It's the only way to introduce the most sacred of orders. Knights Templar emerges in the quarterfinals between Corvinus, playing as them in the purple. But he will face off against the heretics from the east. Vortex with the Delhi, looking to deny all hope from the Holy Order. Game number 3 begins. Tundra will be your map. Delhi, not really picked too frequently here, but a good map for it with a triple sacred site locked in the center. But the Knights Templar. It's a cooking marathon for Corvinus. The place he loves to be. The ways of the warriors, the healers, or the Francais. When this man takes to the Knights Templar, any and all are possible. How is he going to do this? What direction is he going to pull us in? I mean, 2TC has been on the rise. Some players such as Anatan believers in it. I think Knights Templar is still a relatively underexplored civ in the current meta. Most people seem to be tooting about Angevin Empires, the heart of it at the moment, which is ironic considering not too long ago, everyone would go Genoa for the castle play. 2TC doesn't seem likely here though, right? Oh, wait, I think we got a desync. Nobody could have expected the desync strat, but we're back in. We have re-emerged. We had to refresh the game. So we're about to find out which order will Corvinus be approaching here. Dome of Faith seems very likely in a given to Vortex. He also got a very interesting spawn. No back tree line at all, which makes deer and berry access more easy here. And whoa, no, it is going to be 2TC. With this slightly inefficient mining camp, I'm just going to hover on this at really... Like, you know what? This is the type of thing that sends people into combat mode. It's a journey to gather your stone and to establish the healing order in the Middle East. Workers that will never die. A TC placement that will come in quicker against a civ that seeks to slay all of Christianity. Damn, that song is epic. So yeah, Dome of Faith, just pretty much your normality as expected. Like, I think Tower Victory needs a rethink. It's just not cooking in this current format at all. Like, when have you ever seen someone do Tower Victory? When was the, like, what year was it? Just like, you know, this is the thing. Like, I'm so confident at this point, you're just going to put a year instead. It's not even going to be like a day. It's just a year. We saw it like a handful of times in 2025. But it hasn't really been meta for well over a year now. And this is, like, it's quite weird with Knights Templar. All this effort to go in a different direction and then just a return to where it all began. Because when this civ got first introduced, everyone was just 2TCing anyway. They thought it was the only way. And a nice TC at that. A wide one, fairly greedy, but it will be securing both the gold and the deer. If he's going to do a mining camp, would it make sense to be in the stone? Technically, I can see where you're coming from for the 350 stone versus the 100 gold, but later on you're going to go back for more gold. So that might have been his thought process. It's like long-term it's more efficient. But it's definitely a fair point. Like, arguably with this TC placement, it would have been better to have gone on the stone instead of the gold, because you're going to gather gold from here, presumably. And this will be primarily for trees and food. Why is the House of Moss so close to TC? Because his villagers would have been standing here. So he loses no walk time, just slapping it down like this. And then, like, even with the Dome of Faith, I'm pretty sure he just used the villagers that were on the berries. And then kept the people on gold, which does make sense. Because you don't want to be going Dome of Faith with 3 gold workers. That's really bad. It also would just mean you don't have much gold to get your scholars out at the start of the age up. So, Vortex, we're going to want to definitely confirm this. Did he already scout it? Or was he busy dropping off sheep? I think this is like a very tilting placement. Like, if you think about the way that the Vortex approaches, and that's a fair point actually to the mining camp here, by the way. To really answer why you place the mining camp here instead of here, if Vortex came over and saw a mining camp here, it's 2TC. He knows it's 2TC straight away. He's already preempting 2TC. But if he sees it here, he's suspicious it could be 2TC, but he doesn't have confirmation. He's going to get it now, though. But think that's the big difference, right? Like, spotting it at 3 minutes versus almost 6 minutes. Ghazi are going to be starting to get queued up now. Corvinus already setting up racks and stables on this second town center. Now, that is an interesting approach. Yeah, it just kind of gets you close to the front line. Doesn't mean your back line can theoretically be more exposed. But, like, arguably, this TC needs protection, whereas this one should never really be dove early on. It's 8k HP versus a mere 2.5. And also, the better gatherings are here, right? The deer. Trees are the one vulnerability I'd be a bit worried about for Corvinus with this approach. Like, your woodworkers don't really have anything to keep them safe. And, oh, good eyeballs. Did he pull the ball? He must have. Is it? Oh, wait, no, it's there. I'm blind. Yeah, really efficient play then. Sometimes the ball just feels like it's much further away than it actually is. It's a bit, like, it might actually be worth dropping a mill just to shorten the distance, but if he gets wheelbarrow, it's fine, because you have Hospitaler plus wheelbarrow, so you won't care. Baboon map? What, Marine Lord throwing shade at a map? This monkey who don't make any maps of his own? I don't know, man. Like, most people have liked this map. Marine Lord would know if he plays in KPMMs, but, you know. He does not engage with the Tundra. Horseman now coming out. Scholars. No need to be map monkey to know map be monkey map. I mean, how can you embrace being a monkey otherwise? Scholar. Gonna go down. But thank you, Crackety. You just defended the idea that, like, we can make comments on people's build order without me being ranked. Yes! Sucker. You want to keep your ATR? I knew it. This Marine Lord guy comes into our KPMMs in Season 1, uses it to take #1 spot away from BC, and then stops playing. The filth of it. We just have a tournament where, like, beneficial seeding goes to the lowest ranked player instead. So then, like, Marina's like, I need to sign up to KPMMs and lose in round of 32. Ah, the chaos of it. So who's winning this right now? We actually have Corvinus going for Pilgrims. Yeah, he only has one sacred site he can go to, though. This is one of the things that makes Knights Templar feel really good against Delhi. Like, do you ever want to be playing 1 TC against them? Probably not. Can you, like, if you don't go 2 TC, you need to have Pilgrims. Can you get Pilgrimage? No, you can't even gamble it because your opponent, this is the only civ in the game that can lock you out sacred sites in Age 2. There is no other civ in the game that can do that because they can capture them. That's a pretty toxic element. Like, it is a direct counterplay to one of the things that's meant to make Knights Templar unique and strong. Now, this is an interesting one. We actually have Knights Hospitaler getting added in. Remember, these are the slightly beefy men-at-arms that have got healing as well. But it is against Ghazi. Ghazi that get bonus against heavy units. I think the reason, though, is, like, it's healing on healing to a certain degree. Like, you need it so you don't just get edged out over time. And man, what a brute force fight. He just ignores the spears, runs past them straight onto the archers. Oh, really solid fight, actually. Keeps monkey manning through. Leaves his spears behind to deal with the enemy ones. Horsemen are overextending now, but he's just trying to enable the spears by getting rid of every archer. Okay, that's an impressive push. His food income is a little bit concerning for these losses currently, though. This is a good matchup for Kingdom Castile. Is there ever such a thing as a truly good matchup for Kingdom of Castile? For Delhi in Castle Age, the Sacred Sites aren't the win condition anymore. They can be, but they're not the critical win condition. I would argue in this matchup, like, Angevin Empire probably feels a lot better, especially with 2 TC. Genoa, if you feel like you can lock in a Sacred Site for the gold gen. On this map, Genoa could make sense because of how hard it is to reach the 8Ks usually. But I'm kind of suspicious that we might be getting Angevin. I know, it's like a weird one because Ghazi get bonus damage against you, but you also get a lot of bonus damage against them. The question mark for Corvinus is, does he feel like he has enough food to justify Angevin? Oh, it's Castile! Wait, what? No, okay, there we go. I was like looking for the reason to explain it. I was like, so yeah, the Sacred Site, sort of, but your opponent doesn't have 30 archers, for example. And he has Ghazi. So it is going to be Angevin. Double ram coming in. But Vortex, he's already 10 workers plus behind. Pilgrim's like, don't mind me, boys. I ain't with those guys. No, wait, please. I'm starting to have my doubts about this a little bit. How long do the Angevin spears take? Isn't it like 22 seconds? 21 seconds? 19. Okay, okay, so that's not as bad. If the Rams target down the Raxes, though, this is going to be a problem. Instead, Vortex wants to get rid of the TC. It's a full dive. Ghazi Archers marching past. Turns to the burn. Now, he will start to see Spearmen coming out straight away, right? So it'll be obvious what's happening here. But these guys are really tanky. Uh-oh. He can even think about chain healing the limited Angevin spears. And his choke points. Like, this is actually really bad for the Ghazi. Oh, no. TC is going to be torched down. Corvus is going to lose the workers. But Vortex is still an age behind. And the Angevin spears technically do not have an answer. Villages are going to get sacked. After all that TC effort, we're pretty much even Stevens, just a few workers in it. But you take that. Considering how many workers behind you're meant to be with the tech ups because you sacrifice worker production, I think Corvinus is happy with this. He's got the food to afford additional spears. Vortex just needs to find an age up. Yeah, it's going to be Bale. Hanging around doesn't really get you any bigger of a win right now. You can try to arch a kite, but that Ghazi should never be going in. And the Hospitality, he did get veterancy. So a lot more bulky themselves as well. Might be worth doing a little bit of a circle jerk here, boys. Like, just look at each other and then just imagine the Halo music playing. Also learning down the way in the second game in a row that Vortex is doing this, but makes a lot more sense for this Civ. The healer boys, they did try to stand still. Will be sniped down. Less tanky, right? They've got more raw HP, but less armor is the idea. It's a good kite, good snipe. This could be a good night. Corvinus gathering more stone up. Is he looking for another TC, or would this be just for the castle drop? Double Sacred Site still locked for Vortex. It's usually where you think about pulling out for relics, but he hasn't gone for it yet at all. No, not even one. Yeah, Scholar's finally on the way out for a single play. I think this was just for the Sacred Site, though. And Archers. Oh, no, no, no. He finds more! Catches him building the stables. Except this one guy. You can't see this one. Marie is invisible. It's not that she's a bad person. It's just like, you know when someone is so normie, you don't register their existence? That's Marie. If I didn't mention Marie there, you guys wouldn't have noticed her either. Okay, so Pilgrims are going to make it out at least this time. Presumably. Because, wait, what? I'm trying to remember how this works. If you were to lock in the Sacred Site quick enough before they arrive, then they wouldn't be able to use it. But luckily for Corvinus, Vortex is on a mission to fight his own monks for relics. These archers, oh my god. They're just ignoring it. Yeah, just worker, worker, worker. Why not? Finally, we have Templar bros coming out, so you can't really just ignore it anymore. Vortex was already anticipating this. I mean, there is a big, gaping problem with Corvinus' comp. Are you guys seeing it? Because Vortex is. Oh, you built a heavily armored unit. And a heavily armored unit. And the heavily armored unit. And they're all melee. It'd be a shame if I was to build crossbows. Archers will just try to get one extra little milk there at the end. And the crossbows are revealed. We do have a horseman switch from Corv. If you can get towards the late game, Knights Templar scale really well for horsemen. Because they have that unique tech with the Brigandines. Comes in a lot later, of course, via University. Definitely something to kind of like highlight. If this game drags and you start thinking about Imp, obviously quite a way off at only 42 villages. The butchering is real, man. 24 worker kills. Delhi scales pretty well too. Yep. Well, the interesting thing about like the Horseman Ghazi interaction is that the Horseman and Brigandine offsets the Ghazi advantage, right? In raw HP. But then you have to worry about things like war elephants. There is the unique text around crossbows that's pretty good for Knights Templar, though. I'm trying to think what civ is better in late Imperial Age here. I would lean Knights Templar because of the gold detail. Like, if you get late game and you just have the Pilgrims, it's pretty crazy. You don't think Vortex scales very well? Whoa. Marine Lord. Hold on a sec. I don't know if I feel like this is the bad time for you to say that. Because I'm just gonna check. Let's just do it this way. Very important. S tier tournaments 2025. So this was the start. We've got Marine Lord there, 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 Marine Lord there. Marine Lord not there, but Vortex is at the end. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it almost seems like the Spaniard scaled much better in the late game of 2025. You missed one? Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, are you sweating at that point? Doesn't that, like, put your contract with general mates in danger? I'm pretty sure, like, somewhere in there, Gataga added a small clause you didn't read that says, must win everything, or I beat him with a stick. Pilgrim's having a peaceful life now. Relic game looks really good for Vortex, though. He did get 4. The opposite? What, he said he'll beat you with a stick if you win everything? Oh, when you lose, they win on everything else. Right, so you're like their token loser so they can win. Wait, they didn't win Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they didn't win COD. We aren't winning much in other games. All right, so guys, we've revealed Marine Lord's true long-term plan. He's gonna try to get, strong arm Kotago into ownership status, being like, "Yo, I win, you lose. If you want me to lose, I need to own the company." Oh, they won the first tournament COD after lost to Wham? Oh, damn. So, gonna be a pretty rough year for M Lords if he loses Red Bull Wallow, but that should mean the Gotago's gonna win Worlds. Mass Horseman, by the way, Mass Horseman Spring Ult is a very interesting way. I like the level of coping that's going on in the chat at this point. It's like, I lost with this storyline. It's more impressive. All right, but Marine Lord, I need you to remember that if you do win in an interview to a bunch of people watching Wallow that have never watched AoE4 before, calling everyone in the scene sucky is probably not a good idea. And oh my god, this bros, it's an English queue. Oh no! What? Vortex! The workers, man! Blind as a bat. As Corv looks to bar him down. Mass spring ults in this economy? Unbelievable. Horseman wave starting to fall. The spring ults are relatively unguarded, but they're just against crossbows. Oh my god. What just happened? The Springles from Corv. I mean, Vortex, imagine how different that looks if he's on this side of the castle. A huge denial. And Vortex now almost 20 economy behind. Corvinus does have to worry about farms, but with that type of win in a fight, who cares? You can afford it. 2 TC. He can start adding in the farms now and a civ that gathers wood quicker anyway. And in what way does this even look favorable for Vortex anymore? I mean, in his imagination, probably. It's like the only place. Even kill the pig now with the Springles. Proof that Springles can beat everything. Marine Lord jumped on the map right now. He died to these as well. Like, everyone dies to these. Oh my god. Fortress drop now on this sacred site. Corvinus, for the second time in this quarterfinals, looking to take the lead against the irrefutable champion of Season 2's KPMMs. Winning with Templar Macedonians. This guy is crazy. He also tried to win on hybrid with Golden Horde. It's a bloody good way to start the year, especially with the spicy detail of Red Bull Warlow qualifiers just around the corner. Now would be the time to start flexing strong. Corv. With the fortresses getting added in, the thing you have to remember is, like, first fortress difficult, second, third, fourth gets easier sequentially. It's a snowball factor because, remember, 1/3 of the cost is in gold, and by adding in the extra keeps, you're getting extra gold because of the pilgrims. So it becomes a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy for Knights Templar. What a lad. What a series this is becoming. The highlight series of the week, no doubt. Looks like we're going to get a creep or a raid from Vortex. I mean, he has to try something here. He's got village fortresses coming in. He was forced into a very defensive castle in the end. Also, lacking stone access is going to be a big problem here. He can't really scale the castle count. Yeah, that's what Corvinus is staking a claim for. It's the neutral stone veins. Corv will get harassed by the Ghazi, but with Angevin spears there, it doesn't have to fear much. No wonder. What could Vortex do to get out of this jam? He does have military lead. Partially deceptive, though. Like, a decent chunk of that are scholars. Corvinus is, I mean, he's just going hard into spin. Served him well last time. There's an element of maybe trusting the spring was a bit too much here. But he's going for a keep drop, damn it. A fortress in his face. Corvinus, we watched him beat Knock Knock with a similar idea. Could it beat one of AU4's greats? Vortex. Sally's fourth, but not with much firepower here. He's going to try to go for the Springles instead. He needs it to try and enable the follow-up. Gets the snipes. The Springles just standing their ground for the shots. They get erased. And the Spearmen follow up now. Corvinus. Is it a castle too far? He doesn't have textiles. He neglected to get textiles. 6 workers. Down to 5. Make that 3. Corvinus. Red Bull Warlord time. Names that go right. Well, that has to be Doubt. It's a Doubt castle. Corv has to walk away. A failed attempt to close Vortex out of the game. And a counter-offensive now on the table. Unbelievable. Vortex does not stare a gift horse in the mouth. A gift springled in this situation. Corvinus just not respecting the critical value of them enough, it would seem. Leaving them a little bit exposed, beaten. And, you know, in hindsight, you wonder about the textiles. Could that have been enough otherwise? You get the same health as a gilded villager with that. Doesn't get beyond that second keep in a rush. He has to actually set it up at home in the end. This Ford Castle now at risk. Sacred Site access also now at risk. As Sacred Sites are going to be starved away from him. Meaning gold access is going to become problematic. Ghazi again in the back. Corvinus allergic to the idea of a wall here. Villagers being moved in with tandem by the Ghazi. shrinking that worker lead that Corvinus works so hard to build. Rams once more into the breach. Vortex still on those back farms, mind you. Wait, what? The Ghazi still haven't been cleared? What? Are the spears on a toilet break right now? Oh my god, he's sending them all to the front side. So more farmers going down. His one relic being pulled towards the monastery. Is he going to try for the name, the adage? He wants his one low god moment, doesn't he? He's going to need it. Angevin spears go in. Crossbow trying to snipe them down. Fortress is getting low. It is on fire. More troopers coming through. And Vortex, he has to bow out of this one. Castle will survive. Corvinus now up to 33 English spears. That's what Angevin means. Oh my, oh my. And Vortex, he hasn't got any additional castles, right? No, he does. He has one on the stone. Okay, so that makes it a bit more difficult. Corvinus has only a direct clear line he has to take. Vortex just trying to counter this with crossbows, but not really a quick answer to this many blobbed up Angevin spears. There's an argument here for him going Springles. Tricky part is this many archers. Despite a good attempt by Vortex, despite the shenanigans of Corvinus, this may be his most convincing push yet. Vortex, still just crossbows. Being pressured deeper into his own base. Production lines also now being intercepted. The burns coming through to get rid of specifically the rangers. He's got a castle drop over here. That will be a stay of execution as Vortex has insulated his base well there. Villagers moving for more stone, so he's trying to recover this off of castles alone. Food count is looking insane for Corv at this point, though. 2.3, 2.4k food income, not to mention the pilgrimage. I mean, he's getting about 30 out of this. He's doing pretty well in the gold. This series is wild. What can Vortex do? He's choosing Ghazi crossbow over, like, what? You could do... You don't want to do spears. You can do men at arms. What else could you do? War elephants ever work against Angevin spears? It sounds weird to say. He's got 17 scholars as part of my fort. MA with the +3? Oh, you mean the home blades? Yeah, home blades, men at arms could be pretty good, actually. Corv, wait, what? Okay, Corv is in one strike, going to build more rams than Vortex has all game. Buildings just aren't allowed to exist in this game. Ever, on either side. Not just that, Corvinus is now starting to save up for Imperial. Vortex is just so far away. Like, you know, the military count, the tech up choice, like, none of them are there. Why spam rams when you can get trebs? Trebs are slow, all right? We're going to move with speed here. It's a Vortex Corvinus series. Vamos, amigos. Even the late game needs to move fast, in theory. Oh my god, it happened again. The Ghazi. Every time it looks bleak, this is his one saving grace. They go in again, but there is a response. Oh, look. A castle. I wonder what could deal with that castle. Maybe you can get a little bit of ramaging going to get through. This has to be the killing blow army, no? Vortex has 25 crossbowmen. He doesn't have that much to deal with rams. Most of his Ghazi are not here. Dive in by the Angevin spears again. They're neck and neck on worker count now. But Corv, if you can stay around like 90 eco, that's fine, especially with the pilgrimages. Ghazi are finally going to be shut down there as they whittle away a few more worker kills. But the castle drop is going to flop. Another one down. Now onto the infrastructure. 2 points. Easily being grinded through here. Crossbow count isn't looking that strong anymore. And the Rams, they see the upper castle. It's a clear target. Horseman switches on the way. This game is so weird and wild. Corvinus looked inevitably like he was going to go Imperial. He now drained the entire coffers in his back-stucking castle. Why is this game not progressing? Oh my god. And the farm count from Vortex behind this. This is ridiculous. It's up to what? About to be 40 plus farms? Corvinus sitting at 32. How is this game not over? Corv just remassing now into Archer Horseman. He's going for Imperial. He has to be, surely. Like, what? There's nothing left for you in Castle Age. It's like, oh yes, Castle Age, where Castle is. We've killed most of them at this stage. Let's move beyond. Another fortress drop coming in. And the adorable treasure towers. But in fairness, he can now access the sacred sites. Vortex is also thinking Imperial. Why do these heavy spears have a big-ass shield on their back? It's to show that they aren't pussies. Like, you know when you play Dark Souls and you just go, like, two-handed spear and stick the shield in your back? And people are like, why don't you just, like, take the shield off? You're like, nah. I look so much more manly like this. You know? It's like when someone approaches in a tank, you're like, fight me like a man, and they just get out with shotguns, like, bring it on. Also, it's because Corvinus has spent so much time running away. Every time he goes in, he has to leave. Covers the escape, man. Tech up. Should be queued up. Yeah, it's in. It's Wait, Venetians? He went Republic of Venice. Raid comes through from the Raiders again. Palace of Sultan is about to complete as well. Now, hold on a second. He's actually doing them. Condottiero on the way. He's also going to be upgrading the Angevin spears. Why Condottiero? I mean, stat-wise, it's not a terrible unit. But you could have had the best knights in the game. Marine Lord legit never made this unit. This is why you're not going to win Wallow. You don't respect the Italians. I think for the trade, it's pretty smart. Because the traders, you get 5 traders, and this map is theoretically very good for trade. So you just build Venetian traders to the maximum, and you get great gold gen there. Because remember, Venetian traders works with Hospitalaire. You get supersonic traders. I think we had a video on YouTube about this. Condottiero versus Expo is bugged. Did they not fix that? I'm not sure if they fixed that. But, like, if he's worried about... In fairness, it's going to be the Gunpowder Elephant, so it does make sense there. He's taking less damage. Another fun fact, you get bonus versus Gunpowder units. So you destroy Tower Elephants. Also, another fun fact, these guys destroy cannons. You see the stats there? They get plus 16 against Gunpowder and plus 16 against Siege. Bombards, Great Bombards, all those things just can't exist. I actually think Condottiero is really, really good against Ottomans, actually. Shivs out against the veteran Ghazi, soon to be elite. We'll get him soon, boys. Vamos, amigos, we're going again. Elite army tactics on the way. Oh my god. No, crossbows are bugged. What? That was 21 shooting for 11 onto a 195 unit, and they didn't kill. They're not getting the bonus. What? No. I don't think they do get the bonus. Oh my god, and that is not going to help either. Not against Condottiero. The Italian mercenaries butcher these big boys. The spear's just waiting. Let me at him. Scrappy doing it. Rams in onto the castle. The army tactic. This is still pre-EAT. What? And he has 3,000 gold income a minute. He can afford this for quite some time. They're breaking through to the farm area now. Castle getting harassed. It will be brought down eventually. Ghazi going for another raid. But remember, if you're hitting wood, you're hitting food, it doesn't matter. Condottiero are simply only gold. This unit is eternal. Do we have the Venetian traders? We still don't. The Venetian traders are faster moving traders that give more gold. But the Hospitaller makes him even faster. But he doesn't need it. And he gets it! GG! There's nothing left of him! Respect the Italian mercenaries! Or fall before their boot.